Ohio State actually called me and they said, "Hey, would you mind rescheduling that Tim Flagler event because we think
Sure they did.
we think it's going to cut into the viewership of the game tonight." But howdy, friends. Brian Flechsig, a Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and we're here today with a very special guest, Tim Flagler, from Tightline Productions, Tightline Video. I've gotten that wrong a couple times today.
Yeah, Tightline Productions is the name of the company. Tightline Video is how we're found on YouTube, all the videos.
Gotcha. Well, Tim, you are, I've said this a couple of times already today, that you are one of the most recognized faces, and we've both kind of laughed.
Yeah, because not many people have seen my face. They know my hands and my voice.
Yeah, right, right. Well, so definitely one of the most legendary voices, I would say.
Yeah.
And as I'm sitting here talking to you, it's almost eerie. And you know, your wife told me, she and I had this conversation a couple weeks ago, and she said that often at shows, people will just stand there and kind of with their jaws drop, like, because they're so used to hearing your voice, but they're not used to seeing your face.
All this. They just go, whoa.
And it's hard for them to put the two together. And it takes a little bit of time for that to register to some folks.
And people have said, you know, some people have said, oh, I thought you were much younger. Other people have said, I thought you were much older. Right. And so, yeah, it's
No, I get that. I also get the, oh, you look taller on the camera. I get that a lot. And I've never been accused of being tall person.
Neither have I.
So you've got over 700 essentially fly tying videos.
Yeah, and we have a couple oddballs in there, and some of them, the majority of them are on tying individual flies, but we've worked for several years with Orvis to develop 1-minute tips and techniques. So you get just the technique, you know, in that small little form, and you're not worrying about tying, you know, a whole fly, and that's worked out really well. That
does work out well, and I've watched many of your videos, but I always tune into those because you can always find 1 minute.
Yeah.
I don't always have the time to sit and watch a full length, and a full length video. I think is best done when I'm sitting at my bench in front of my vise.
Yeah.
Whereas I can watch your 1-minute videos and I don't have to be in front of my vise, and I can learn it, I can remember it, and apply it.
Right.
So those are wildly helpful. So thanks for doing those. You've really had an impact. I mean, we, you know, our customers talk about your stuff all the time. We all watch your stuff all the time. So thank you for what you do.
I appreciate that, and a lot of that comes from the fact that I started tying over 40 years ago, and as I know you did, and we were getting our information. If we were very lucky, we had mentors that we could go to. I was very lucky in that regard, but it was primarily books. And magazines, you know. And for me, I'm a really visual person, and fly tying is dynamic. You know, there's a lot going on there, and static images will get you to a certain point, but video really makes it easy, and
it has changed the game.
Yeah.
And you know, you're right. I can still remember the first book. Do you remember the old Family Circle book?
Oh yeah. That's a long time ago.
I just aged both of us. Yeah. I think it's in my office. Because we did a video where we referenced, oh boy, what fly was it? It was a Tupp's Indispensable.
Oh yeah.
And I referenced that, and then I did some research, and we did a kind of a funny little video on where the dubbing came from, which was, do you know?
No, I don't know.
It was the testicles of a ram.
Really?
Yeah. It's an interesting story.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get a chance, watch the video, and then if you do some research on it. But anyways, so I still remember all those books. And my dad had several books. And you're right that the static image of doing this and placing that, and video has changed it. And then the other thing that has changed fly tying, and our good friend Kelly Gallup, Kelly really stresses this, that fly tying, due to the internet and social media, has exploded.
It has. And also, I hate to say it, but I think the pandemic had something to do with that as well.
You're probably right.
It's a very pandemic-friendly hobby.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, right.
You kind of do it alone, and if you have all those resources there that you can go to, whether it's Kelly's videos or Davey McPhail or mine or any Fly Fish Food guys,
Sure.
there are just tons of them out there, and it's such a wonderful resource, and it's right there, ready to go, and yeah, you can sit there in your jammies behind your tying bench, and so something like a pandemic really, bad as it was, I like the fact that it really increased the fly tying.
And now you've just got these younger audience that are sharing on Instagram
Right.
and comparing on Instagram, and everybody's liking this and liking
Yep.
that, and it's just been this huge explosion. So social media and then the video has changed the fly tying industry, has changed the fly tying market.
Oh, yeah.
It's just unbelievable. So where's home for you? Remind me.
Home is Northwest New Jersey. My wife Joan and I are very lucky. We have 3 kids that we raised. They're all grown up now. Raised in this little teeny town. It's about 1 mile square, 1,000 people. Kindergarten through 8th grade school. I'm not even going to tell you the name of the town because I don't want any more people coming there. But it's we basically in town have a general store, a post office, and a fly shop. So as well as pretty much a blue ribbon trout stream that runs right through the center of town. And I'm about
Sounds like paradise.
Yeah, I'm about 15, 20 minutes from 4 or 5 other major beautiful trout streams, plus a bunch of little blue line streams that go off of those, and yeah, it's, believe it or not, New Jersey does have rural areas, and we're in a very rural area. We love it there. I've been there almost 40 years now.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you also fish Pennsylvania? I've heard you mention Pennsylvania.
I do.
Quite a bit.
I get across. In New Jersey, we don't have a whole lot of limestone influenced streams. The geology really changes when you cross the Delaware River into Pennsylvania. And so Pennsylvania's got many more limestoners, starting in eastern Pennsylvania, pretty much right on the river, and then moving westward through Allentown, Bethlehem, and then you get out into central Pennsylvania, of course, and you're hitting all the classics. Penns and Pine and then Spruce Creek, Little J, all the really good stuff. And so yeah, I kind of work that way. And then the Catskills are a little more than 2.5 hours for me.
Oh, wow.
So
That's easy.
Yeah, it's not a bad trip up there either. And then, east and west branch of the Delaware and Main Stem and Willowemock, Beaverkill, all that, classic water. And so yeah, it's kind of an ideal place to live. And the other thing I have that a lot of people don't realize is I can make it from my house down to the Jersey Shore in about an hour and a half and fish Sandy Hook, which is this beautiful sand spit that goes out into Raritan Bay and spectacular albie, striped bass fishing, bluefish, flounder. I mean, everything is right there. So
you're right. People don't think about New Jersey in that respect, and yeah, that sounds like paradise.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Well, we sure appreciate you being here. For those of you that don't know, Tim is here at Mad River Outfitters, and we're putting on a kind of dog and pony show tonight.
Yep.
We've got a small group. Of course, Ohio State's playing Notre Dame tonight, and
that might take
cut
down the audience a little.
Ohio State actually called me and they said, "Hey, would you mind rescheduling that Tim Flagler event because we think
they did.
we think it's going to cut into the viewership of the game tonight." But Ohio State's a tough one to compete with. But let me tell you, there's going to be there's several fly tyers that are going to be here tonight that have been shopping here for almost 30 years. Mike Bowman, I think he's 83, 84 years old.
Oh, no kidding.
You're going to get to meet him tonight.
Cool.
He's one of the most special people. He's literally here every day and has been for 30 years. He comes to Mad River Outfitters every day. He's also my barber, which I shouldn't say that. That's not a good testimonial. So we're going to have some fun tonight, and it's a real honor to have Tim here. We talked him into filming a couple of videos, and of course, check him out at Tightline Videos on YouTube. Tightline Productions is the company. I think I got that right.
You got it right. Very good.
And just an invaluable resource when it comes to the world of fly tying. So, Tim, thanks again.
Brian, thank you for having me.
It's been a real pleasure, and it's been great working with you. And I look forward to doing it again. Let's.
I'd love to. Love to come out here and fish with you guys.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's stay in touch. Let's get that on the books and get you back out here. Maybe we can do a full weekend thing, or do a school like we were kind of talking, and all kinds of things we can do. So. As always, friends, we appreciate you watching. Special thanks to Tim Flagler for being here at Mad River Outfitters and also filming a couple of videos for y'all to watch. So as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. And hit that like button. That just makes us feel good. Yeah. And then, of course, watch this video right there. Watch that one there. And then you can watch that one there. I mean, heck, watch them all. And then go watch his, or watch some of ours, watch some of his, and just watch videos. So thanks as always.